Hurricanes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, catching up with Coach Shane Beamer before the game, bringing his team in on the road against a very good team, ranked in the top 25. They have everything it takes to compete. This is a big matchup that fans are excited to see, but he said we have to execute early and eliminate mistakes at the line of scrimmage. Reese?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Hurricanes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Running inside, it's Fuller. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed blocks, and he completely ate that last run up.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Sellers. Pulls it in. It's Sellers. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. Then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. A little release to the back. Try to hit him with a quick game on 1st down and nothing doing there.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Here's Sellers to throw. With the catch, it's Sellers. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage in predictable situations.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Under fire. Escapes trouble. Keeps it and gets the 1st down. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On 3rd down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the 1st down.
Pressure coming. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
From the gun on third down, Sellers. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay in nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and the running quarterback. And you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a fourth down.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll move the tight end. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Lofton. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open hole.
Might have a chance. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
He's got it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice complimentary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Here's Mensah to throw. Looking down the middle. That's caught. It's Lofton. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. Turning it on. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Canes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions. He just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play for a snap of the drive from the 25. Sellers on the play action. Got it behind the line. It's Clark. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Fuller. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We've reached a break and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Sellers. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
It'll be third and long. Sellers from the gun on third down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
On third and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line.
Back 14, go!
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's got it again. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability, too.
And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Brown.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And that last completion left him with 2nd and 1. And this is a fun moment for an offensive coordinator. Mensah. Here's a heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Third down for the offense after recovering their own fumble.
Easy, easy, easy. 390, monitor. 390, monitor.
They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. Right down the boulevard. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Motion from the wideout. Throwing, Sellers. Pocket breaking down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Fires to the right. Another incompletion on third down.
And coming into this game, talking to coaches, man, they were worried about how fast this defense was, how physical it was. And so far throughout this game, man, it's shown up. Like the speed, the tackling, the eye discipline, they've done such a good job owning this football game early. And it's on the offense now, and they've got to find some answers.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They put points on the board on a couple of drives, but now they'd like to stick one in the end zone. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Brown. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
The Canes look to keep this drive humming. On 1st down, it's Brown again. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Throwing, Mensah. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Hurricanes line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Signal goes into the air, and he makes the fair catch at the 10. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's Sellers to throw. Under fire. Trying to make something happen. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To the air, it's Sellers. Got it in the middle, it's Bennett. There he goes. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing?
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
After not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. Sellers rushes on him, breaks loose. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on third down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Right back to the air on second and 10. Got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Canes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Just needs a crack to get a return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Throwing, Sellers. Catch in the middle, it's Tuggle. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw, it's Sellers. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Here's Mensah to throw. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Fires to the wideout. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, it's an unfortunate drop by the tight end there, and he's a guy they just have not been able to get him involved in this football game. We're here in the second half, and this guy still doesn't have a catch.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Makes the catch and he's free.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Gets it out to the 22-yard line, and that'll be enough for the first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. Got a man, it's Harbor. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man, it's Sellers. Here's the pressure. On the move, he fires. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
He's got it down the field. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Nice job by the tight end making the catch and playing physical. You're a big body guy, man. Make him feel that. Nice job breaking an extra tackle, getting some extra yards for his team.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Sellers. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Gamecocks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Caught in the backfield, it's Fuller. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that's another play by this defense, and there's not much good, guys, I can say about this offense. I mean, they got the goose egg on the board in 3rd and long again. Something needs to go right for this club. They need to get some kind of shot in the arm, some kind of play, because right now it's been really bad.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Now he'll fire back into the middle. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted.
Man, great zone coverage in the back end by this defense. A lot of eyeballs on the quarterback. Great job. The ball comes out, and you can see, Jesse, that defensive secondary on a string, break on the football, and they go force the INT.
And that's what this defense wants to do. They want to win 1st and 2nd down, bring their dime personnel on the field 3rd and long, play that zone defense. There's nowhere for you to throw the football, and they get a critical takeaway.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Mensah. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
So now it's 2nd and long. Using his legs, it's Fuller. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
And some great 4th down defense. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Throwing, Mensah. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Finds his man, it's Vaughn. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Throwing, Sellers. Oh, they're after him. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Pulls it in, it's Sellers. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And, man, this offense needed that. They've got to get it going. That clock is ticking. They've got 0 points on the game. They've got to put a couple of plays together. There's play number 1. Let's see if they can get a streak going, get down the field, and put some points on the scoreboard. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And the Gamecocks are marching down the field. Running inside. It's Clark. Can't get him to the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
They'll move the wide receiver. They go play action with Sellers. Wiggles, but now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Here's Sellers to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the 4th. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lyle. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet.
And that was a play they absolutely had to have. 4th down by 1 possession. You've got to find a way. Someone's got to step up and make a play, and they did it right there. That is going to be huge for their confidence.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
I think the thing that's so impressive about this defense, it's not just the athleticism and the ability to get to the quarterback, it's the variety in the ways they can do it. Sometimes it's a 4-man rush, sometimes it's a 3-man rush, sometimes it's all-out blitz. But with the speed they have, especially in that front 7,
trying to beat the D deep. Makes a deep grab.
no touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
Trying to run, it's Fletcher. Finding some room. Brought down by the defense as he barreled forward for a pickup of 9.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Some misdirection with the counter. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Already in a great spot to kick a field goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown would be even better. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Trying to power it in. Touchdown, Canes! They move on top here in the 4th. The Hurricanes back on top.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing 2 heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Here's Mensa to throw. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Fires to the right. The sure hands, it's Hunt. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Bringing the heat. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Sellers. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Under fire. Still on his feet. He's going to run it. Runs through a tackle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
53. White 58. Hot. Here we go. Red. 285. Ready, set, move up. Set. Red 18. Ready. Keep.